The Red Sox-Yankees rivalry has never just been about baseball. It's about grit, passion, heartbreak, moments that feel bigger than the box score. Like Carlton Fisk and Thurman Munson going chest to chest at home plate in 1973. Pedro Martinez throwing Don Zimmer to the ground in the 2003 ALCS. Joe Kelly putting Tyler Austin in a headlock and turning Fenway into the Joe Kelly Fight Club. And then there are the wounds. Bucky Dent, Aaron Boone, Mike Mussina nearly throwing a perfect game at Fenway. An 86-year curse that hung like a dark cloud over Boston and produced some of the loudest "Yankees suck" chants ever heard. For decades, this rivalry gave the Sox plenty of anger, but not always a lot of payoff. Then came the moment. Jason Varitek, the Red Sox captain, shoving his catcher's mitt directly into Alex Rodriguez's face. The tek-a-rod fight. A regular season brawl on July 24, 2004 that somehow became the sacred text of Red Sox Nation, played on repeat and celebrated every year since the day it happened. Because it wasn't just a brawl, it was a crucial turning point in the Sox-Yankees rivalry. It became the moment Boston stopped looking like the team that got pushed around by the Yankees and started looking like the team that could finally push back. But to understand why, you have to go back 1 year earlier. In 2003, the Red Sox and Yankees met in the ALCS, and for Boston, that series had everything: hatred, tension, hope, and the same old ending. In Game 3, Roger Clemens threw inside to Manny Ramirez. Manny took exception. Benches cleared. Pedro Martinez and Don Zimmer became a part of one of the most infamous images in rivalry history. For a moment, it looked like the Red Sox were not just chasing the Yankees, they were fighting back. Then came Game 7.
In the 8th inning, leading by 3, as Boone hits it to deep left. That might send the Yankees to the World Series. Boone, Game 7.
Aaron Boone's walk-off sent the Yankees to another World Series and sent Boston into another winter of what-ifs. That's the part that matters. The rivalry had heat again, but the power dynamic hadn't changed. The Yankees were still the Yankees. The Red Sox were still the team that almost got there. Boston's championship drought stretched into its 86th year, and Boston was still waiting for proof this time would be different. That proof arrived on July 24th, 2004. The setting almost feels scripted. A rainy Saturday at Fenway Park. A 54-minute delay. The Red Sox sitting at 52-44, 9.5 games behind the Yankees in the AL East, and barely hanging in the wild card race, 1 game behind the Chicago White Sox. This was not a team cruising toward destiny. This was a team stuck between potential and panic. In the 3rd inning, with the Yankees already up 3-0, Alex Rodriguez stepped into the box. And A-Rod was not just another Yankee. He was the superstar Boston had nearly acquired before the season. Instead, the deal fell apart. He landed in New York, and suddenly the Yankees had added one of the best players in baseball to a lineup Red Sox fans already hated. So when Rodriguez came to the plate at Fenway, the boos were not casual. They were personal. On a 1-1 count, Bronson Arroyo threw an inside curveball that hit A-Rod on the left arm. Rodriguez immediately started jawing at Arroyo as he moved up the first base line. And that's when the captain stepped in. Varitek wasn't just protecting his pitcher. He was protecting the Red Sox from being bullied by the Yankees again. A-Rod yelled. Varitek barked back. A-Rod gestured with his hand, basically inviting him in. Emotions boiled over, Varitek accepted, and then came the image. glove to face. Benches clearing, players shoving, grabbing, wrestling, Fenway erupting, Tek and A-Rod getting ejected. In real time, it was chaos. But in memory, it became something simpler. The Red Sox captain standing up to the Yankees' new villain. That's why this fight lasted. Not because of the punches, not because of the suspensions, not because anyone won the brawl. It lasted because it gave Boston a picture of defiance at the exact moment the fan base needed one. But here's the key. If the Red Sox lose that game, maybe this becomes just another rivalry fight. Instead, the game became a mini version of the entire 2004 season. The Red Sox fell behind. They looked outmatched. The Yankees seemed in control. And then Boston came back. Down by as many as 5 runs, the Red Sox kept chipping away until Bill Miller stepped in against Mariano Rivera in the bottom of the 9th. Miller hits a walk-off home run. Red Sox 11, Yankees 10. A mid-season game had somehow turned into a full emotional reset. The fight gave the Red Sox energy. The comeback gave the fight meaning. And what happened next is why the legend grew. The Red Sox got hot. From August 7th through the end of the regular season, Boston went 40-15 and grabbed the American League wildcard. Then came October. The Red Sox swept the Angels, setting up the rematch everyone wanted. Boston and New York again in the ALCS. And once again, it looked like the same old story. The Yankees took a 3-0 series lead. No team in Major League Baseball history had ever come back from that. Then, Dave Roberts stole second. David Ortiz became inevitable. The Red Sox won 4 straight. And in Game 7 at Yankee Stadium, Boston completed the greatest comeback the sport had ever seen.
The Boston Red Sox have won the pennant.
From there, they swept the Cardinals and won their first World Series in 86 years. So, did one July brawl literally break the curse of the Bambino? No. The Red Sox won because they had elite players, timely hitting, pitching depth, and one of the most ridiculous October runs in baseball history. But sports aren't remembered only through logic. They're remembered through symbols. And the tek-a-rod fight became the symbol that explained the whole season in one frame. Before July 24th, the Red Sox were chasing the Yankees. After July 24th, it felt like they were confronting them. By October, they had overtaken them. And the rivalry exploded after that. The rivalry spilled beyond the field and into politics, movies, and pop culture. In 2008, a construction worker tried to curse the new Yankee Stadium by burying a Red Sox jersey underneath. And the Yankees dug through 2 feet of concrete to remove it from the stadium. That is when a rivalry becomes more than a schedule matchup. It becomes identity. Boston versus New York. Underdog versus empire. Old heartbreak versus new belief. And that is why the tek-a-rod fight still matters. A year after Aaron Boone, a few months before the greatest comeback in baseball history, against the superstar who almost came to Boston, but became a Yankee instead. Jason Varitek's glove didn't break the curse, but it gave Red Sox fans an image for the moment they stopped fearing the Yankees. And once that happened, the rivalry wasn't just back, it was reborn.